The following is a Hoop Ball presentation.
Hoop Baseballers. Welcome back to another episode and another edition of Today in Sports Betting. I'm your host, happily hosting today. Well, and always every day, but 2 days in a row, I've got my main man, Blake LaWatch, with us. We're going to be breaking down some MLB. Got some really, really fun arms to talk about today, some that I'm excited to target. First and foremost, though, this is a hoop-ball.com presentation. Go over there, check us out. Check the side notes out, the blurbs, the health and transactional news on the right-hand side. Find you a forum discussion that you need. Playoff basketball is happening very, very soon within the NBA, but very much so in the thick of it of playoff basketball. I don't know what else to say. If you want to win your league or you want to get your money back plus some, you've got to roll with Hoop Ball and you got to roll with the Fantasy Pass. The podcasts, the individualized team content, it's super savvy. And we have some wonderful contributors. And we got it going like a frog in a sock, like our boy Lyle Swithenbank will say over on the Pels podcast. Happy morning to you. Good evening, afternoon to those over in the Gold Coast and New Zealand and Australia. And to you Eastern Coasterners, happy early morning. It's not that big of a difference. Don't need to be drastic about it. Anyways, welcome in. Welcome all. New listeners. Love to have you. Thank you. You can find me at DALE007 on Twitter or at Devin Ellington in real life, the game of life. And then the show, of course, is at Hoopball Gaming. Do check out the Wager Pass over on the website also. Just a brief reminder. As you know, we do the promos, recorded separately, drop it in the middle of the show. So that way it gives us a little more time to talk content, unless I babble and then it just doesn't matter. It's a moot point. So you get the same amount of minutes of, the same amount of stuff. So, but yeah, 33 cents a day, less than a latte from Starbucks or your choice destination. You get the Wager Pass and you get guys like Aaron Brewski hitting 63 freaking percent. You got Troy on his heels at about 59%. Troy's trying to hit 60. Aaron's on a 55% heater since All-Star break. You got Blake hitting baseball bets. We got Riley with the prop bets. We got Joe Campisi for the golf bets, and Vince Miracle at VM Center himself making NBA and MMA pass or wager pass plays for us. We're well-rounded. And I don't know what else more you want me to say. You just got to go check it out, try us out for a month, and then leave a 5-star review if you want on Apple Music. All right, so there we are. We got all the stuff that's top-heavy out of the way. We went ahead and talked what needs to be talked about in regards of business and opportunities of promotion. So now we talk about baseball, and we talk about a good compadre of mine and a co-host in Blake LaWatch. You can find him, like I said, on Twitter at Blake LAWATCH, and you will be more than happy to see his content. So without further ado, Blake, welcome on in, bud.
What's going on, brother? Happy to be back again.
Happy Friday.
Yep, 2 days and 1 week.
Yeah, it's been for me, I don't know. It just seemed like this week kind of flew by. I didn't really do a whole lot this week. So I'm transitioning between, current job, next job. So things are a little, I say, fluid right now for me. Had yesterday off, had today off, unplanned. But yeah, we're just kind of rolling. We're trying to get into the weekend with some profits. And, we talked some good points yesterday on the show. We had some bad beats again, which, happens. But we got some great bounce back spots in tonight's card. I believe there's 14 games. And so we got plenty of action. We got plenty of teams going. I'm excited to talk about some of the value we have on the card. 5:35 is going to be the first starting time for our first game featuring NL Central foes, and that is the Cards and the Buccos. Got my boy Brubaker on the mound for the Buccos. I say my boy, but I don't think he actually panned out for us last time when we were high praising him. He didn't do terrible, but the Pirates just didn't. But if you remember right, Blake, we were hyping up Brubaker, Mr. JT, and cry me a river, but it didn't work out last time. And I think it's a good spot here at home against the Cards. The Cards bats are struggling. They did, I think, score at least 4 or 5 runs last night against the Phillies, but other than that, the bats have been a bit dormant for said Cardinals. And I think this is a good spot for Brubaker to continue his early season success. Would obviously want to look into peripherals a little more, but based off of baseball eye and off of just value in itself, I think this is a decent spot for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I do like Pittsburgh's side on this. Unfortunately, they are the favorites, which I find to be weird.
Yeah, I did notice that. And minus 115, minus 105 for the Cards, over under 7.5, minus 1.5 run line for the Cardinals is at plus 165. So
yeah, that's annoying. I hate how they built this line.
It's, they took away as much value as they could. But if you look at how the Cards hit against righties, it's pretty bad. They don't fare well against it. The Pirates, a little bit better overall as a team against righties. You got guys like Gregor Polanco hitting 275. Another thing is, Yachty is out indefinitely. He's a big difference maker for that Cardinals defense, just the communication and the throws he can make. Tommy Edman hits 276 with a 709 OPS against righties. Goldschmidt, he's still down to start the year. Arenado's down to start the year, so those guys could get off at any moment. Arenado had a really good game couple days ago that I was watching. I was watching that Cards Phillies game, and he had a couple of doubles that were just really nicely placed balls. And when his bat's going, it's very hard to stop. John Gant, a very capable pitcher also, and we've talked about the struggles of this Pittsburgh offense as far as their rankings, metrically speaking. And I might take a stab at the under just for the simple fact we have the team's 2 better starting pitchers, and both teams are struggling offensively, to say the least. Now, both team totals are 3.5, so that number is a bit low, even though it's getting heavy shade at minus 120, 122. But 7.5, it may look low to you, but with these pitchers, I could see like a 4-1 game, and with how these struggling offensive have been going.
Yeah, you just think, is there another finally going to get it going? Because he's had a down year a bit.
Yeah.
But this game is just ugly to me. I don't like this game in any direction, really.
I liked it a whole lot more when I was prefacing it and we were going to get to talk about Brubaker and the Pirates, but for them to not even be the underdog, and I know Yachty's out, but that is a huge difference. I mean, is there something going on with the Cards we don't know about? Are they terrible, absolutely just dog trash against the other teams on the road? I mean, they're 5-6 on the road, so it's not like they're winless on the road, the Cards. So I don't know. This is honestly really weird, and I appreciate you bringing it up and raising the fish flags. So
yeah, the St. Louis, they're actually scoring more runs on the road as of now. Gotcha. And John Gant may be a sell high in fantasy for whatever that's worth.
Sure. Well, I'm gonna actually go ahead and back off of it completely. I did have my under 7.5 waiting to be put into my final ticket, but with as dormant as the St. Louis Bats have been, I think it makes a lot of sense to just go ahead and stay away because they can wake up at any moment. And, it's one of those things that, of course, you can follow the trend, and the trend, it goes both ways. The trend is your friend until the end, meaning, it's your friend until the very, very, very end, and it does good to you. Or it's they're your friend until the end, and whenever it's the end of the line, it's just like, all right, yeah, deuces. So I've noticed that trends can be a little dangerous to play with from time to time. But with this being said, we got another opportunity to check out Mr. JT Brubaker, and we'll be able to see if he continues his stuff. Baseball speaking, it's not a terrible game to keep an eye on. And 5:35. Let's see. That puts a decent little gap of time between that game and the next game. We got 3 starting at 6:05, and we're gonna have some NL East action in 2 of those. The Mets taking on the Phillies. This game is just a yuck game for me because, well, I suck at betting on or against the Phillies in general. The Mets are so weird. They've got all this stuff that should be happening that's not. Stroman's been pretty good on the mound, the righty with a 2.22 ERA. Over under set at 8, shade of -115 to the over. And the Mets creeping slowly, even more higher as the favorite. Opened at -145, they're -150 now. I don't really trust a whole lot from either team in this one. I know Chase Anderson, though, does have personal success and really good history and a large sample size against these Mets bats. So I believe the value is on Philadelphia here, but they're just on my do not bet list, and I'm not looking to touch this game. And with how bad bullpens are, for the bullpen is for Philly, then that's just going to be hard to navigate for me and have a lot of conviction within that play. Already not a ton of value in it. And so I'm just going to go ahead and look and stay away from that one. Blake, did you have a play on that one or
on Mets Phillies?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I like Stroman, but I hate their offense. And the Phillies, I don't feel like you can trust them in any way. Is Bryce Harper in, do you know?
Yeah, that's a good question.
After getting hit in the face?
Gregorius and Harper both questionable.
Of course.
So
Didi should play. I mean, he's got hit in the side. He's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't trust Chase Anderson. I guess I'd back the Mets if I had to in any way, but I'm still not.
I think I am going to have some Stroman exposure in my DFS lineups because tonight we have a top heavy, like Shane Bieber and Yu Darvish, as well as who's the other ace that's going to be pitching today? Dang, I lost it. Garrett Cole. Yeah, those 3. So I think the Marcus Stroman in the 8,800 price range on DK is a nice little pivot. His whip's still low, and he's been striking some guys out this year. But other than that, I don't see anything enticing in this game.
I think the over could be sneaky.
Yeah. Gotta get the Mets bats going before I feel too confident in that, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, good. Good.
I think if I had to do anything, first 5 over, it's only over 4. They could hit that.
My thing is, I don't know what Chase Anderson we're gonna get, because he does have some really impressive numbers against these batters for his career. A lot of guys in the Mendoza line territory and underneath as far as what they've been able to do. Miami, Washington. John Lester's going to make his debut with the Nationals, lefty up against Pablo Lopez. And the Marlins over under set at 8.5. Minus 120 for the Marlins is the favorite on the road. And plus one. This is weird. I'm just throwing it out there because it's just crazy. Plus 1.5 for the Marlins is minus 235. I found that at some spots, and just the fact that some people would even pay that is crazy. Would not recommend doing that, by the way, listeners. With Miami being such a heavy favorite, they opened as plus 105. This was probably before the pitching matchups were set. They've moved to minus 115 very hastily, and I'm just not into it. I said Washington was on my do not bet list also, and I think I'm going to incorporate that for, just games of theirs overall in general. Like 100% do not bet Washington Nationals. And I think that's where I'm going to have to stay today, Blake.
Yeah. I mean, what do you expect from John Lester? What do you... I mean, that's a true gambler's game right
It is. It's been a while since he's pitched. It's really weird.
Better in numbers, who's just trying to stick around.
Right, yeah. I mean,
Pablo Lopez. He hasn't... Pablo Lopez hasn't inspired me as much as I thought he would this year. He's looked okay.
Yeah, he's been a victim of a couple of those collapses by the Marlins.
Yeah.
Where they
he's only had one big collapse this year so far. 6 earned runs against the Braves. 2 weeks ago or so.
Yeah. And even with that, he's got a 2.93 ERA.
Yeah. Man, I'm kind of leaning under 8.5 on this one.
Yeah, I could see that. Especially, we got some guys questionable for the Marlins, so they could be taking a heavy hit. Jazz Chisholm is out indefinitely. Garrett Cooper, Corey Dickerson, both questionable. They're already down. Well, I think Brian Anderson might have made his return from the 10-day IL, but if not, he's still on there. So, I mean, maybe look at a Marlins team total under if it presents any value. 4.5. I think, yeah, wow, that's... But again, we're relying on John Lester, who hasn't made a start this year, and he's an aging lefty. So I think we just go ahead and stay away. If I were to lean something, it would be under the Marlins team total just because their offense struggles in general. And they're missing some guys, and they're beat up a lot right now.
And I kind of like the under because Juan Soto's still not in either.
Right. So we got some under leans in various ways in that game. We're not looking to make anything definite, though.
Guess we're expecting some gross baseball today.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have we made any? We haven't made any plays.
No, I haven't. Nothing. I don't like anything yet.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to like anything in this next game either. Detroit, New York. I don't know what you want me to say on this one. Over 7.5 looks nice to me. It's getting the juice, the shade. Even though we've got Garrett Cole on the mound, we've seen games go over that he was pitching in. I'm getting less scared of that theory. And just automatically rolling the under in Garrett Cole starts, especially in Yankee Stadium. I think the Yankees bats could probably beat up on Skubal today. So today might, in the Yankees realm of things, I might be looking to, man, that is such a meaty number. 5. Never mind. Yankees
the team total set at 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And the total is 7.5.
I mean, I think their offense is starting to wake up. Skubal is the type of guy they're going to beat up on.
They hit a lot better against lefties, that's for sure.
And this game is in New York, right?
Yep. So I just think the only thing you can play in this is the over. I mean, it's just minus 1.5 for the Yanks is still minus 165, minus 360. Hell no. We just saw the Dodgers as a minus 260 or 280 favorite last night lose. That's just baseball. You can't. We got wind blowing at 19 miles per hour to right field, so to the short wall.
Yeah, that's crazy. Weather's crazy right there.
So
We got a lot of high wind games today.
yeah,
I'm seeing a lot of high double digits miles per hour.
ton of it.
That is a high number for the Yankees team total, but I still think I would almost want to take it. Their offense is starting to wake up.
Well, honestly, I could see this being an 8-0 game. Garrett Cole has given up like 2 or 3 runs at least in his last 2 starts. So I mean, it's like we could see a really dominant Garrett Cole performance. What was that?
I was just saying, what the Yankees have averaged 5 runs over the last 3 games, and this year with the dead ball, that's quite a bit.
Right. Yeah, I say over 7.5. I mean, it's just or if you want to roll that Yankee.
Yeah, that's where I would lean too.
Yeah.
Garrett Cole's just so good though.
I tried to take a Trevor Bauer strikeout prep last night, and it didn't work. He only got 6. So.
Yeah, let's strike out. They're just too reliant on innings.
Right.
And you just never know how long a guy's going to last. Do you know what Garrett Cole's strikeout percentage is?
Is it like 30 something?
42.
Oh my God.
He's almost striking out half the batters he sees.
That's ridiculous.
Isn't that insane?
That's crazy. Does he lead the majors with that?
He's in the top 3% of the league. So I'm not.
I bet Bieber's up there. I saw a name that's leading the majors in strikeouts, and I can't remember whose it was. But it wasn't Bieber, it wasn't Bauer, and I don't think it was whoever we were just talking about. Cole.
Dang, I just had it and I lost it. My internet's crapping out on me right now.
I think we cut out a little bit on that little bit there. Blake, either one of us got, abducted by an alien, or we need to contact our internet provider. Let's move on out of Yankee Stadium up to.
Yeah, our internet's.
Yeah, it's being fun today. Like, it's just one of those Friday. It's Friday for the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Friday for the internet too. Everyone's just on cruise control. Houston Tampa Bay is a really good matchup here. Lance McCullers, Ryan Yarborough, righty on lefty. McCullers being the righty. Minus 120 for Houston. I've lost a lot of Houston bets lately. I've lost a lot of Tampa Bay bets lately. Personally speaking, I don't have a ton of interest in this one because other than a baseball fan, I think this is going to be a phenomenal baseball game to just sit back and watch or maybe have on the radio. But over under 7.5, heavy shade, almost to the minus 120 range. Houston, Tampa Bay. Watch it for your baseball delight, but I don't think I would bet on it with more than $10 of your money.
Yeah, these are 2 middling pitchers against kind of 2 middling offenses. I keep thinking Astros are going to wake up. They have to. And they kind of do. And then yesterday they get blanked.
Right. Against the Mariners. No offense.
Yeah, against the Mariners. No, that's fine. I'm glad I couldn't watch it.
I mean,
it was 1-0.
I mean, I actually had that game on because I had a couple different DFS elements into it, and I think I had a player prop or something in it that I was looking at. But, I just wanted to see how well the Astros did against the lefty like they normally do. And it just, inning after inning, just kept not happening. So I was like, oh, damn. And then, Kikuchi had that no-hitter going into the 6th or whatever, 7th. And you always got to watch the game that has a no-hitter going because, it's a no-hitter.
You gotta. That's the rules.
Yeah. And so, yeah, just like I said, enjoyable baseball game in this one. Astros darn near got no hit last night, so I wouldn't be shocked if they hit their team total like crazy.
Yeah.
Let me look at it and see what it is. Got 3.5. I mean, Yarborough's not been great to start the year by any means, so might look at that for Houston. But other than that, I'm really not interested in betting on this game. It's just a real weird, messy metric.
I kind of like the first 5 over 4.
Yeah.
4's not enough. I think the Astros are definitely going to bounce back.
And, especially against lefties, I talk about this a lot, but they just have 3 or 4 guys that just do really, really, really well against lefties. And it just helps their lineup out and it helps their offense. So, let's see. We got some 7:00 games. Go ahead and get the Cubs out of the way. They play at 6:10 p.m. my time. Got Jake Arrieta on the mound going against Wade Miley. Over under 9. I said I will not be taking any more unders in Great America Ballpark, and I will not be taking an under tonight. I'm looking very heavily at the over of 9. You can get it for -103 in some spots, -105 probably more commonly found. Cubs, the underdog at +110, and you know what? I'm going to back them. I'm going to go ahead and back the Cubs. Last time I backed them as a +110 underdog with Jake Arrieta on the bump was against the Brewers last week, and they won. And I think the Cubs bats get some sneaky power from David Bodie today because he's been dormant. But if he gets in there and he makes the most of his at-bats, he's got a lot of power. This is Great America Ballpark. I think Nico Horner could have a really good game, the horny dog. And I believe that we're going to see a Winker Dinker as well, because I just love saying that. Jesse Winker in Great America Ballparks, super fun. And Arrieta has been giving up more home runs as of the last couple of years versus his career numbers, steadily increasing. But I think he's going to do just enough to help the Cubs win. And we're going to have a +110 under Cub play.
What is with Jake Arrieta's little bounce back season here?
It's the revival of Wrigley.
It's not super backed by the peripherals and StatCast and stuff. So
Yeah,
it could
he
just
does
be
have bad
a first month thing.
It's
Still
just
good
like-
to see though. And Wade,
It's
same
good.
story with Wade Miley.
He's just like, I'm back. I'm a Cub again. I'm feeling good. It's the first month of the season. I'm pitching awesome. And then he's going to be one of the worst pitchers in the next 2 months or something.
Yeah, he definitely might be. And Wade Miley, the same story kind of.
Yeah, Wade Miley surprised me a lot this year, especially pitching in Cincinnati so much in what's not a pitcher's ballpark.
Yeah, I agree with that. What did you say the over-under was on this game?
9.
9. Oof, that's so much. Especially with this Cubs offense.
Yeah, but it's Great America Ballpark.
It's Great American Ballpark, and the
wind is blowing out 11 miles, clear skies.
is blowing hard out to right field,
Yeah.
15 miles an hour.
How many lefty bats do we have?
Ooh.
Let's see. Nick Castellanos is a lefty, right?
No,
he's not. No. As soon as I said Moose,
yep.
Winker, Votto. I think Winker's a righty.
Yeah.
Jason Hayward, Rizzo. Is Hayward a lefty? I don't know.
Hayward, I can't picture it.
I think at least 2 left-handed batters are going to have a couple pull, tuggy home runs today.
Yeah, some lucky ones.
Yeah.
A lot of Winker is lefty, by the way. I don't remember where you stood on that one.
I think I did say lefty. I was trying to remember. Winker Dinker.
Winker Dinker, that's what you're looking for.
Give me a
I think you have to take the over or nothing. Maybe over on the first 5, 4.5. Yeah. It's kind of a lot though.
Yeah, but
And
with the peripherals of those two pitchers, like you said, maybe it could implode.
yeah, the Reds have the second worst bullpen in the league. The Cubs
Yeah.
are middle of the pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like the full game over 9 there.
Yeah, I'm
Even
with
odds.
you. I'm gonna roll with that, and then, like I said, I'm backing the underdog Cubbies today.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
It sucks that we're gonna be starting guys like Matt Duffy and Jake Marisnick, if we do, but we're gonna need some help from other guys, that's for sure. Rizzo, Bryant, they got to get it going. Rizzo's been down a little lately, so him getting some positive regression could definitely be big and possible in this game.
Yeah, that's the type of game to get it going for sure.
He does like hitting in Great America Ballpark. He's a pretty savvy hitter there. Move on to a 6:37 start time, and that's the Atlanta Braves taking on the Toronto, aka Buffalo Blue Jays. This game will be in Buffalo. Robbie Ray, the lefty, with his sub-3 ERA, just slicing and dicing this year, serving and swerving. Drew Smiley, the lefty, not so much. He's just kind of running into walls. 7.20 on his ERA, 7.20. And I bet his peripherals are just as terrible. With that being said, I got over 9.5 last night, and look at where it's at right now in some spots. I'm seeing 10.5s at even money. That is crazy. It went up in a full run.
Do we have a feel on this ballpark yet?
It's a AAA park. I believe lots of overs happen at it. I've tried taking a couple of unders with stud pitchers, but I've not had success.
Okay.
Now, what I will say, the Blue Jays are only 8-14 in regards to over under this year. 14 unders, 8 overs.
Yeah,
They're
their pitching is just too
5-3 at
good.
home. They're 5-3 at home. So the way these Braves bats lately have been, it's just hard for me to not take the over, especially with the power and the hitting of the Rays. Also with Vlad Jr., Lourdes Gurriel, Cavan Biggio. They're in their home park. I'm not sure what their home and away run scored split is, but I'm a betting man, obviously. So I would definitely put a fiver on it at least right now that they score more runs at home than they do on the road.
You talking about Toronto?
Yeah.
Yep, they're 4.38 at home, 1.93.
Boom. Yeah. See.
So three runs difference.
Toronto's team total is 5. With Drew Smiley, as terrible as he is, they could have 5 runs in the first 4 innings. I'm going to take over 5 on Toronto's team total. I know this has hit me negatively a couple times in the past, but this matchup against Drew Smiley's too good. I already locked in the over 9.5 last night, and I'm glad I did because it's skyrocketed. I just think that we're going to see a lot of really good hitting in this lineup, or these two lineups tonight. Robbie Ray, his stuff has been great, but I think, every pitcher's due for a little fallback game. So,
yeah, interesting little note here. Ronald Acuna, small sample size, 6 plate appearances, but he is 2 for 3 with 2 home runs against Robbie Ray.
Man, he just
3 walks, 2 hits, both went yard.
He just loves left-handed pitching.
Yeah.
He likes the way it comes out of Robbie Ray's hand, I bet. I bet there's pitchers that you just look at and you're like, I just see the ball from the start, out of his hand.
I don't know what it is either, but there's something there for sure.
Maybe he picks up his spin a lot easier. I never got enough of a sample size.
I kind of like the Braves' first 5 money line.
Yeah, especially after their performance last night. They're probably a little hungry. No, that was last night. Yeah, the Cubs beat up on them 9-3. Done. Yeah. So maybe a bounce back spot here for the Braves. If you want to take both team totals over, I think that's the way to go. I think over is the way to go. There's a lot of hoop ballers. Let's talk about your balls. Yep, your balls. and the area around them. Let's talk about manscaped.com. Go there and use promo code hoopball20, HOOPBALL20. Use the promo code and go check out all the tools they have of trimming the hedges and taking care of your lawn, like the Lawnmower 3.0 with a built-in LED light to help you get into those dark dye crevices on the inner parts. Also, the Gooch. It is hard to get to the Gooch if you can't see it. So use the LED light with the anti-tugless technology on the razor, full long battery life. Then check out the Weed Whacker. Bring that out of the shed. Use it on your shrubs. Cut down what you need, down to bare minimum if you need to. It's got a nice anti-tugless technology just like the Lawnmower 3.0. It's also got a lithium battery. And best news of all, these things are waterproof. So that way you can do it in the shower and take care of business in the cleanest way possible. Hoopball20 is the promo code that's going to get you free shipping as well as 20% off. I recommend using it. I recommend getting the complete care kit with your free shipping and your 20% off. Spend a little extra, get a lot more. There's a good care kit there for us gentlemen: face scrub, shampoo, ball treatment, and the area that surrounds our balls. I believe there's even a pair of underwear in there for our balls. So yeah, that's going to conclude the talk about our balls. Now let's talk about bets. MyBookie.ag is where all the hoop ballers take care of their winnings and where we place all of our wagers that we post in our article in the Wager Pass, as well as our free plays and our Discord chats. Yes, MyBookie.ag. Use promo code HOOPBALL, HOOPBALL. Let them know that we sent you. Hell, specifically type in my name. I want them to know. But most importantly, you got to let them know what podcast that is. And it is Today in Sports Betting. You let them know that we sent you, and then we as a family get to grow. And then we get to set you up to reap more benefits. And that is what's important to us, because we are here to help you win money. And that is why we recommend MyBookie. Their slogan is bet, win, get paid. And it's quite simply that easy. Use Bitcoin to get going. It's a high recommendation of VM Center at Vince Miracle, our guy. It's a recommendation of me. It's so easy. Dan Bespris, the Podfather, Aaron Brewski, the Godfather, they get in there, they get going with Bitcoin, they get their money in and out, and it's easy peasy. Hoopball's the promo code. Use that. Let them know that we sent you. MyBookie.ag. Bet, win, get paid. Now, as a podcast, we have your balls and your bets covered. And without further ado, we have Today in Sports Betting. Lots of juice opportunity, speaking of bats, in that Atlanta game. Gonna move on next to, and you know how it goes. It's involving the Red Sox, and it's involving, honestly, a team that I'm just starting to warm up a spot in my heart. The Rangers. I'm starting to love this Rangers ball club, Blake.
Yeah, they started off so hot and then they got bad. Their offense is respectable, though.
Right. And they got a lot of fun pieces, and this is an exciting
They
team
do.
to probably keep an eye on, because there's a lot of guys that are going to be getting shipped off. So it's important to keep an eye on that, so that way, for handicapping sake, personnel is important. Look
Yeah,
at
you're right.
how, just the simple addition of Rognan Odor has turned the Yankees offense on. It's just, and if you're the casual capper or casual baseball fan, that's a name in transactional news you'll easily lose. It's Odor. Like, he's been around forever.
Yeah.
So may not think much of it. The game at hand, Boston, Texas, we got Eovaldi and Arihara on the mound. Kohei Arihara for the Rangers going. Both righties, both right around 500. Well, Eovaldi's 3-2 on the year, in which, take what you want with the records and the ERAs as I put them out. Blake's usually got my back as far as peripherals and pointing out major obscurities. But I like to give the general outline of the game when I'm handicapping this and setting it up for Blake to talk about. But Boston minus 155 on the money line, minus 1.5 at even money on the run line, and then also over 8.5 in a lot of spots is getting the even money treatment. Lots of shade to the under. I think, and we were just talking off air a little bit, JD Martinez, migraine-like symptoms, will be out. Marwin Gonzalez out with a rest, the utility man for the Red Sox. Look for Alex Verdugo to have a big game. I'm calling my shot. I think Verdugo gets a couple of knocks.
I like that shot.
I like Verdugo here. He hits 350 against righties. His OPS 894. So I think he's going to get a chance to hit up in the lineup. And guys like Kevin Plawecki and Hunter Renfroe are going to have to do something because both of them are hitting under the Mendoza line, which is never good.
Yeah, Rangers are lucky that JD Martinez is not playing tonight. He's rolled out though for sure. Is that what you're saying?
I'm seeing out, yeah.
Okay, I thought he was questionable this morning, but yeah, JD Martinez wrecks right-handed pitching, and Arihara, he bit me in the ass last time, but he is not good. He's straight up not good.
Yeah.
His ERA is 4, but everything else about him says 7 or 8.
Yeah. He doesn't have a lot of deception on his pitches, is what I noticed last time I watched him. I tried to back the Rangers in a first 5, I think it was, last week, and he was the pitcher, and he imploded for like 3 third-inning runs or something allowed.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, yeah, that one sucked. As far as the Texas bats go, I mean, the lowest OPS they have on their team is David Dahl at a 528, and he doesn't see the field as much as the rest of these guys, but Kiner Falefa and Trevino have been doing absolutely great things for this Rangers offense. Brock Holt is someone that today I think could have a successful hitting day. He gets a 70-point upgrade in his average against right-handed pitching. And then you got Joey Gallo heating up. He needs to get over the Mendoza line against righties. And then we also got Willie Calhoun who can sneak in there and, hit for the Rangers. So if I'm looking at some value on this game, which I got to make a play on every Red Sox game.
Is QuickBooks slowing your business down? Do you have challenges managing inventory, project profitability, or just getting paid fast enough? Get your business to a better place and graduate to NetSuite today. Stop paying for multiple systems that don't give you the information you need when you need it. Ditch the spreadsheets and all the old software you've outgrown. Now is the time to upgrade to NetSuite by Oracle, the world's #1 cloud business system. NetSuite gives you visibility and control over your financials, HR, inventory, e-commerce, and more. Everything you need, all in one place, instantaneously. Whether you're doing $1 million or hundreds of millions in revenue, save time and money with NetSuite.
Join the over 24,000 companies using NetSuite right now. Let NetSuite show you how they'll benefit your business with a free product tour at netsuite.com/info. Schedule your free product tour right now at netsuite.com/info, netsuite.com/info.
It's more like a task or a chore every time I say it now. I didn't realize what I was getting myself into. What kind of task? But
on what? Oh, the Ranger or the Red Sox?
You're just making the play,
Yeah, you got to do something.
So there's good shade. There's minus 115 on both team totals. Over 4.5 for the Red Sox, over 3.5 for the Rangers. I went with the Rangers over 3.5 yesterday, so I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to roll with over 4.5 for the Red Sox today, especially against Arihara, because this is a pitch up, a matching. Oh my gosh, I can't talk right now. A matching pitch up. Oh, I'm still doing it. I swear it's not on purpose.
You're killing me. Take a breath. Pitching matchup.
Oh my God, I'm having a stroke. What's that metallic taste?
pitching matchup, baby.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. It was like a movie or something. It just wouldn't work.
Yeah, that was a
Okay.
painful movie.
That was that happened. So
There you
thank
go.
you, Blake. You
No worries,
getting
man.
us back on track here.
No worries.
Got a lawnmower going in the background. It's throwing me off. Talking about
Yuck.
these Red Sox. Anyways, yes, over the team total of 4.5. I know JD Martinez is going to be out, but like I said, I think they're going to get some sneaky guys to help propel the offense today in a Nathan Eovaldi, Nate the Great start. So,
Yeah, I like the Red Sox in some way on this game. I'm not exactly sure what, but I do like the Red Sox.
yeah, they've slowed down a bit. They've come
They
back
have,
into the
offensively.
stratosphere. They're starting to just even out a little bit. We got Brady Singer taking on Michael Pinata. Now, I'm sure you, because you're a great co-host, you probably already have him up and ready. But the peripherals for Michael Pinata, I'm just gonna say Kansas City, the Royals plus 125 underdog is where I'm going. Brady Singer, he's young, he's not very flashy other than that fastball that zips. But the thing is, the Royals specifically in their matchup against Pinata, they have some really, really good success. And they've also got the addition of Ryan O'Hearn recently into the lineup. He's a great right-handed hitter, a hitter against right-handed pitching. Sal Perez, 369 against righties. And then OPS is above 600 and 700 all throughout this lineup. This revitalized Royals lineup, I very much so enjoy. And I like them to win this game. And it's so hard to go on the road in professional sports, I know. But Michael Pinata is just not looking good. And he struggles against the Royals. I was looking at some historical numbers. Guys like Salvi have just raked against him.
Yeah, I was so excited for Pinata because he came up as a Mariner.
Oh, right.
And he was just electric. And then he got traded, I believe, to the Yankees or whatever it was. He's got caught in a couple times for having stuff on his hat or whatever.
Yeah.
Some sticky stuff. But I watched one of his games this year, and he was really good. He really impressed me.
Yeah. The xFib, on him is through the roof. Very, very through the roof. Good thing that they have a retractable dome in Minnesota. But the thing is, I just love the Royals as an underdog in this spot. We've seen Minnesota just struggling, and yet the Royals are still plus 121, plus 125 as an underdog. I am seeing lots of sharp money, lots of large bets being put in, on Minnesota, but I like the Royals right here. I just got to back what I see in the peripherals. I think the underdogs are going to have a bit of success here tonight because we're getting later in the week. Obviously, it's Friday, but I think it's going to be a good opportunity for some teams that are trying to get established and get some momentum going, get some good wins going into the weekend. So I look for the Royals to be able to do that tonight. Now, Blake, I'm trying to make sure I keep things kosher in order here. I'm rolling through the times and the starting times. Would be talking about Baltimore, Oakland next, if that interests you. I'll let you choose. Or wait, no, got a couple more 7:00 games. Dodgers, Milwaukee, Cleveland, Chicago. What do you think? You want to talk about some Shane Bieber, some Biebs?
Ooh.
Eichel?
I hate the American League Central.
Yeah, me too.
It's been flipped on its back.
The White Sox being on our do not bet list. We just can't trust the White Sox, even though we were super high on.
Yeah, that's what you think, but their offense is, second best in the league on runs per game. So, I feel like we should be able to.
The Cleveland
They're
Indians
just
are so weird. They're the most, 500 team in every metric, just right on the line, not offering a ton of value in any specific spot. I just as great and as exciting as Shane Bieber is, I just never get excited to bet games that he's pitching in.
yeah, you almost feel like he shouldn't be as good as he is, but he is.
Yeah, and it's hard to believe it every time.
Yeah, all his Statcast numbers and everything else back up what he's been doing.
One thing I would maybe look at, and this is just because I had phenomenal success all of last year doing it, and I think the Indians actually finished the regular season perfect in first 5 bets where Shane Bieber was starting on the run line and the money line. So, I mean, I might look at the Indians to take care of business in the first 5. It's minus 120 as a pick 'em, but Shane Bieber's just really damn good.
Yeah, still small sample sizes. You can still use that as an excuse. But first 5 runs per game, the White Sox are the best team, and the Indians are the worst team. Number 1 and number 30.
Well, look at that. Conflicting data.
Yeah, and when we look at home and away, which is even smaller sample size, I guess. But there's White Sox are almost at 4 runs a game at home, and the Indians are 1.1 run in the first 5 on the road.
Wow.
That's a pretty big difference.
Bieber's going to have to do it all himself. Yeah, that is a huge difference.
It is.
I think that kind of just takes any play out of it for me. Like I said, these 2 teams are super hard to bet on, and they're pretty much on my do not bet list. So
I don't know. Chicago plus 140 first 5 money line. Number 1. I like that. That might be a wager pass play.
Hey, you go for it, buddy. You have at it.
Gold, not really. I don't know.
He's a ground ball pitcher. He's just like he lets all the batters hit the ball pretty much as hard as they can and smoke it to his infielders, and hopefully they get him out for him. Like, he's like the most selfish type of pitcher.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Like, I was a first baseman, and I always hated those guys that were on the mound that just did that. Like, they didn't even try. They were just like, contact pitcher.
Would you rather them walk everybody?
Hell no.
Yeah, I know. Keuchel has 11% strikeout percentages here so far.
Jeez.
So he's not striking out everybody. He's throwing the ball hard, though, so I wonder what his issue is.
I'm not sure. It's
Oh, he's not throwing. Never mind. I was looking at that. Totally wrong. Nope, he's not.
He's throwing it softer.
Yeah. Fastball velocity is 2nd percentile in the league.
As a parent, I still never figured the percentile stuff out. So I think your baby is like, your baby's head is like in the 797th percentile.
That number doesn't exist.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah, he's throwing at 88 miles an hour.
Wow.
Average fastball.
90.
No, I bet max. But yeah.
It's not like he's getting a lot of movement on his stuff either.
No, that's why they're hitting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, God.
And they're hitting it in the air more. I wonder what his fly ball percentage is compared to his career numbers. Because I noticed he's been giving up a lot more home runs than normal too.
I got that right here. Fly ball percentage is 17%. His career is 13. So yeah, 4% more.
See, I'm telling you, that's why when people say your eyes can't help you bet, like, see, I knew that just based off of like what I think.
Yeah, you got it right.
This year, you know?
You got it right. They're also pulling the ball a lot more.
Yeah.
42% to 36 career. Keuchel sucks.
Yeah, he does. We should just use him as the picture for this show today, just because.
Just because we like him so much. He's got a nice beard, though.
Yeah, that's one thing he's had working for him.
I can't do that.
A good while. I'm totally distracted now. Dodgers, Milwaukee. You want to talk about this one in detail?
Who's pitching for the Dodgers? MLB app doesn't have it up yet. Dustin May.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
Freddie Peralta. I like Peralta too. Over under 8.5. I could see the under hitting.
Over. Oh yeah, absolutely. Dodgers have not been hitting like we thought they would. Yeah, my bookie doesn't have the game up, so there must be some change going on.
Oh, get this. Ted Barrett, lead umpire, his under record is 0-5. It's time for an under to hit.
Really, 0-5. That's crazy.
It is time.
Yeah, I don't. My bookie doesn't have the game up, so I wonder if there's a pitching change going on.
Ooh. And you said MLB didn't have anything either.
MLB doesn't have his picture. It has TBD.
Huh. I'm looking at the Action Network. I wonder. I'm looking through some fan graphs right now. I want to see who they got.
Yeah, my bookie kind of has the lineup. It doesn't have the run line. Just has money line minus 130.
Mm-hmm. And Fangraphs doesn't have anyone loaded in either. Huh.
I wonder what's going on with May. Hope he's okay.
That might just go ahead and make this a no touch. I mean, if we can't even find who
sure as hell does for me.
Like, guys, I'm sorry if you still want to handicap that one.
I mean, if you want to think you're being sneaky, you could put money in the Dodgers thinking that they're going to put someone good in and the line's going to go down or whatever, but
yeah,
that's not me.
I was gonna say that's a little too weird for me. Man, that under though, I was looking at that just because not a lot of contact by either pitcher, and the offenses are lacking, especially the Brew Crew being without, I say it every time, but Locane and Mr. Yelich being out. It's pretty big things. So, all right, cool. So we can move on from that one, yeah?
I believe so, yes.
Perfect. All right. 8 o'clock games. What we got here? We got 8:40. Hey, John Means put some respect. John put some respect on my name, Means. Against Mike Fears.
I think he's talking. He added you on that, didn't he?
Yeah. Like his ERA has just continued to just crumble downward the more I talk about him on this show. So he's at a 1.5 ERA right now. And, like I know you do, Blake, you're helping your boy out over here. You got the peripherals up. He's
sure freaking do.
He's got good stuff. Like I can't say anything. Like,
I mean, yeah, you're right. You can't say anything.
Let's see.
There's nothing to say.
Got an 82.8 left on base percentage. That's best for like top 5, top 6 of tonight's pitchers. I mean, I'm looking through it.
I was trying to find a hole for you. I guess he throws his curveball all over the place. Doesn't command that very well, but
which one of the longest standing things to say about curveballs and baseballs, it's hard to throw your curveball for a strike. So, I mean,
yeah, he literally throws it all over the place. So I guess if you want to make fun of him for that, have at it.
I mean, but his curveball's nasty, so I can't. Yeah, no, I'll be watching this game tonight. This is a fun series. I'm looking at the under because, well, John Means, but
yeah.
It's the unders in Oakland games, have been ridiculous as of late. They're just playing a certain style of baseball right now. And one thing to look out for, though, is Jed Lowry, the lefty killer. Is he going to get a hold of Means? I think he's almost hitting 500 against lefties this year. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
No, he's not hitting that high, but it's still about 100 points higher than his normal average. We've seen the Baltimore lineup not produce. Their team totals are always set really low. Freddie Galvis is going to be back in the lineup. He's missed a couple. He's still listed questionable. Matt Olson, Matt Chapman, both. That's huge for Oakland. They're listed questionable. Don't think it's really anything serious. Says Matt Olson with both of them. Chapman and Olson both with an eye thing. I don't know what
really
that mean. Who farted on whose pillowcase?
I don't know. Someone's got some pink eye.
Yeah.
And it's going around.
Someone dusted someone.
Yep. I bet it was funny.
Hit him as he came out of the bathroom in the hotel room. Whacked him with the pillow.
I am getting no read on this game. I kind of like the Baltimore money line.
Yeah, I was looking at that also.
The plus 115?
Yeah, I'm seeing plus 120 in some spots.
All right. I mean, there's nothing really to back that up other than John Means is better than Mike Fiers, and Oakland has forgotten how to hit the ball.
Yeah. They're trying to reestablish after that win streak ended, obviously. Baltimore, John Means, like I said, put some respect on his name. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of sharp money on the Orioles, and I'm into it. Yeah, I like this game. I think it's gonna be a fun game to watch. Baseball speaking. The Orioles have just some exciting players that I like to watch. I really like Pedro Severino. He's a good catcher. I like Trey Mancini. And then Cedric Mullins is exciting. So Ryan Mountcastle, they got some guys. And then especially when John Means is on the mound, it's more quality to watch. And I love watching Bob Melvin manage baseball teams. So any chance I get to watch the A's, I usually take advantage to watch some of it. So
yeah, he kind of reminds me of my little league coach I had for a long time.
He's just like a grandpa manager, he's
yeah, yes.
that Lou Piniella.
He's just out there to have fun.
Yeah. If the MLB would let him, he'd probably have a cold natty light cracked open next to him as he manages. So
Love that idea.
They probably that's why they go to the clubhouse so much. It's called the clubhouse for a reason.
Yeah, there's stuff in there.
They relieve
stuff
themselves.
in there we're not allowed to know about.
Yeah, they party down there during games. Shotgun a Truly before you go back out to the outfield for defense.
Gross. Sounds disgusting. Anywho.
Yeah. I won't say that I have or haven't done it before, but
A Truly?
Yeah.
Just sounds like it burns.
It does. But hey, trying to drink soda water or club soda for me, I think, that burns. Like I can't chug water, so.
Yeah, I can't chug anything.
Yeah. Like
you're just living in the moment.
If I was ever out socially and friends were like, all right, you got to chug your beer, I'm like,
no.
Good.
You get going, I'll meet up with you.
Yeah. Good try though.
Yeah, that's me too.
Meanwhile, I got guys I've known and bartended with that they'd put a pint of a stout beer down in 2 gulps. And I'm just like, wow. Okay.
Gross.
It's a talent.
It reminds me of that Seinfeld or Kramer smoking the cigarette and drinking the beer at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
I love that scene.
Yeah. I love Seinfeld. Curb Your Enthusiasm. Way better, though. I just got.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that far yet.
No way.
I don't have HBO. That's on HBO, right? Yeah, I don't have HBO.
I used to watch a lot of it in high school. It came on ABC Family right after Whose Line Is It Anyway? So
I watched plenty of that.
Primetime television, baby.
Prime time.
So anywho, we got baseball to talk about. We might use let's use Larry David as the picture for today then.
Okay, instead of Keuchel.
Yeah. I mean, Larry David's probably better at pitching too.
He might be. He'd be funnier at it.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Baltimore, Oakland. Watch it if you want to watch John Means throw some smoke.
Yeah.
Fiers making his first start of the year, so that's something to watch out for.
I've talked myself out of this game.
Good. I wouldn't bet on it particularly. Colorado. Oh, go ahead.
Fiers hasn't even pitched yet this year, has he? All these things I'm looking at were last year. I was tricked.
Yeah, no, this is his debut.
This is debut. I can't believe I didn't realize that. All right, yeah, stay away from me.
Yep. Fiers 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Colorado, Arizona, John Gray, Mad Bum. Mad Bum just threw a no hitter.
Yeah, and his ERA is still in the 6s.
That's hilarious. Then there's the fade the guy coming off a no-hitter theory in play here for me. But it's Colorado's offense, and they're on the road, and we've dogged them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an angle here? Is there a spot to back Colorado?
My only thought to back Colorado, no. Well, yeah, actually, yeah. I was just thinking, I want to see it before I say something stupid. Because I don't like to do that. Trevor Story, he actually hits very well in Arizona. What the hell's the name of their park? I want to say Minute Maid.
It's
not
that. Chase Field.
Chase, that's right. Chase Field.
Minute Maid is Houston, right?
That's Houston. Yeah, I knew that. Trevor Story's numbers and I'm pulling a U right now. What the hell's the name of it? Chase. Yeah, Story's numbers in Chase are just barely under what they are in Coors because Chase Field plays a lot like it. So I'm wondering about a Trevor Story prop bet.
Strokes aplenty on Today in Sports Betting.
Yeah.
Cole
You like how I
Calhoun,
preface that by saying I don't want to say anything stupid?
Yeah. Can't say anything stupid if you're having a
proceeded to
stroke.
poop down my underwear.
Yeah. Cole Calhoun out indefinitely for Arizona. He's a decent bopper for them. Carson Kelly's just destroying baseballs right now. David Peralta. So here, I think that we can maybe start to fade Arizona here because with how they score their runs and produce offense, it's with a lot of power and it's with a lot of extra base hits and slugging, and that stuff ebbs and flows as much as anything in baseball. And I think we might start to see a downtick with them here. So I'm half tempted to look at trying to fade Arizona here, but like I said, Colorado's bats aren't making it easy for me to. I mean, they're 1-9 on the road straight up, 2-8 ATS, and I mean, just there's no value either way in the over under for me because you got a guy coming off a no hitter. You got Colorado's best pitcher, quote unquote. It's just like a weird stacking of data here for me.
Yeah, it's a lot of things that kind of push against each other.
And I don't think
bad offense versus a bad pitcher
to make a play on this one.
Yeah, decent offense, decent pitcher. I think the roof's going to be closed in Arizona. I think it's in the 90s, and I think they close it once it starts pushing 90s.
Yeah.
So weather's not a factor.
Under 5.5 or under 6, whatever you could find on a team total for Arizona. That might be something interesting to look at. While we're here.
Yeah, I would take the under on that too.
I'm curious. I want to look at. Here, I'm going to just go off the cuff here a little. I've got. You said Trevor Story, so I'm looking and I want to see how he does, against who he's going to be facing today in Mad Bum. See if he's got history on Mad Bum. Because I've been getting into these total bases and runs, hits, RBIs bets lately. I haven't been posting them or talking about them a lot in Discord because it's something new that I've just kind of started to try to collect some data on. And I noticed it because I've been doing a bit more DFS lately too. So I'm trying to find those really nitty gritty, like who's going to get me 2 hits into, walk or something, that kind of thing. So when I'm looking at Mr. Story here, so I think there's a couple spots in this Rockies lineup that has an amount of value that could be decent enough to try to go after.
Yeah. You found the Trevor Story numbers?
Ooh, yeah. I don't really like him. Well, his batting average is terrible. He's got 41 at bats, which is the most against Bumgarner out of the Rockies lineup. He's got
Blackman's 45.
You found 45?
Blackman has 45, so
Black-
there's a couple more.
Oh, I'm seeing 36 on what I'm looking at, so I must be. It's
Ooh.
good though. It's good that we different sources. But 5 home runs and 10 RBIs for Trevor.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So he just whacks bombs off of Bumgarner.
5 home runs and 15 strikeouts.
41 at bats.
Yeah.
10
So
ribbies.
half of his ABs have ended in a strikeout or an RBI or a home run.
I mean, that's the team total right there if he hits a 2 to 4 run bomb, you know?
Yeah. Blackman has some pretty good, dang good numbers off him
Yeah,
too.
he does too. All right. So
Yeah.
those two guys
Blackman's-
alone. I don't know. There's something here. I love fading guys coming off of no hitters, and official or unofficial.
Yeah, I agree.
A no hitter.
I agree. Although it wasn't as taxing as a normal no hitter, so
True. Good.
can you
point.
fade it as much?
Good point.
And Bumgarner's not 25. He's been around. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, that's very true. I still think there's a bit of value in a Trevor Story or Charlie Blackmon thing. Maybe we could find some really good value on Charlie Blackmon's side because he's been just absolute dog shit to start this season.
He has been, but he's actually not that good.
It's really saddening because Charlie Blackmon's been one of the best hitters in the MLB for 7 years now. I mean,
Yeah, I remember I had him in a keeper league in his first year, and I was like, "There's no way he's gonna do it again." So I didn't keep him.
yeah,
Kept some other garbage player, and it still kicking myself. But Blackman's actually been heating up recently. He's been
yeah.
last 3 games. He's got 5 hits
Mm-hmm.
in 15 at bats, so 5-15 in his last 3 games. But the odds on his player prop isn't very good. 2 hits for plus 350. I don't know if that's enough.
I'm gonna look at total.
I may actually take that actually.
Total bases for Trevor Story over 1.5 at minus 118.
Really?
I'm locking it in right now. I'm just throwing. That's a 10 spot for me. Like, sure, I'm gonna throw $10 on that.
Yeah.
I like that because I mean that's one double. You know, a walk, a stolen base.
That's the walk and stolen base.
Right there.
It almost seems like lock.
I think I like that a lot.
I think I like it too.
Charlie
I even like the
Blackmon,
Blackman one.
minus 141 over 1. So you got a chance at a push. I think Charlie Blackmon at least gets 1 bag tonight.
I would like to think so. Yeah, he's got great numbers against Bumgarner, and he's heating up. And Bumgarner is, outside of his no hitter, has been a giant dog turd.
All right, so I'm rolling that one out too.
Love it.
Yep. Got 20 out there on those 2 bets.
I like it.
Yeah, me too. Heck yeah, but
As for regular old bets, there's nothing that I really like.
that's why we had to dig that deep.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, I like that. Perfect.
I guess I do like the under 8.5 actually. Minus 105.
Yeah.
Actually like that quite a bit.
I did not expect for us to spend that much time on this Colorado Arizona game.
On a stupid Colorado Arizona game that no one else is gonna watch.
We will be watching. All right, we got 2 more. Let's wrap it up since we're getting close to 2:45 Central Time. So that way we can get it in, get it out as lineups are coming out. We got this information and that information. Last couple of games we're going to talk about. We got San Francisco, San Diego. I think this is going to be a good series. We got Logan Webb, Yu Darvish tonight. Yu Darvish has been pitching really, really well. It seems like he's had to make a ton of starts against the Dodgers. Seems like he's pitched against some of the most just upper echelon teams. And the Giants coming in super heavy underdogs, plus 170, plus 1.5 on the run line at -125. So no value there for me on that. Over under 7.5. I would look at the under. I'm just not sure how much I trust Logan Webb. I think he could give up a couple dingers, especially to Tatis. I don't really know how I feel about this one here, Blake. Did you have a differing opinion or anything?
Not really. The Padres offense has owned Logan Webb for how little they've seen him. 23 plate appearances, 475 WOBA. Small sample size, but that's a pretty big number.
Yeah. And if it's that small to start, stuff usually ebbs and flows. So that sample size that's small, I think would only downtick once we reach the after point of like a medium size sample size. So I think there's still good data for this Padres batting team to happen against this pitcher.
Yeah, weather's not giving really anything either way.
Team totals all over the place. 4.5 for the Padres. I was hoping maybe there's like a 4.
Yeah, I think 4.5 is a little
makes
high.
A big difference. And then it's 3 for the Giants. So not sure if I feel any which way. I actually haven't had a ton of luck betting on San Diego Padre games this year. So it's not something that I need to really rush into. Maybe look for Logan Webb to break out of his poor cycle against the Padres and look to see if Tatis can continue his hot hitting. If you want some baseball tidbits. Well,
yeah, look, Webb's been all over the place in terms of innings or earned runs or strikeouts. It's all over the place. Darvish has been consistent as hell.
Yeah, and he's faced some tough lineups, like real tough lineups.
What'd you say the Giants' team total was?
3.
Oof, that's so little.
Yeah, and it's like a mosquito light, It's like, oh, it's so little.
Yeah, that's
like just take
that's
it.
a walk and a bad call.
Yeah, a wild pitch.
And yeah, that's one lucky inning away from hitting. I like the under on that if I had to, but it's not enough.
I could see a 2-hit ball getting pitched tonight by Darvish.
Me too.
So, well, we got Mr. Heaney on the bump, the lefty against your Seattle Mariners. Chris Flexen, the KBO prospect. Well, can't say prospect because the KBO
transfer.
There we go. So Chris Flexen actually
no more strokes in this.
Yeah, he's got less than a 3 on the ERA. I know his peripherals are not that great and he walks a lot of guys. But do you have any opinions to start us off with on this game featuring your team? Because I got a couple. They're an underdog tonight, but I like them.
The Mariners? You like the Mariners?
Yeah. Heaney, though.
Heaney's been good.
Yeah, his stuff is so strikeout. It hinges on strikeouts. That's the thing for me. And what I noticed with the Mariners, they've been avoiding strikeouts lately. And they've been getting deep into hitting counts and really have been a bit more disciplined at the plate. So I think that they could disable some of that strikeout ability of Andrew Heaney. I want to see. Yeah, Mitch Haniger's always good to hit against lefties. If he's in tonight, he's questionable currently. And then Eli White is going to be out. But Ty France, Marmolejos, he had a pretty decent week last week. JP Crawford hitting 300 against lefties. So I don't know. It's just a spot that I think I like for the Mariners. Might take a look at the team total also.
Yeah, I really want to like this Angels team. They're just mostly offensively because they can put it together. Just outside of Trout, their Pujols has had his moments too, but Trout's the main guy. Not Arenado. Rendon has been really good too.
Rendon needs he's been heating up as of late. He's been having some issues offensively, but he actually has been performing pretty well lately.
Yeah, and I love David Fletcher too. He's just an on-base machine.
And Jared Walsh. I'm into Jared Walsh.
Yeah, it's like their offense should be good. They've been fairly inconsistent.
Yeah, to say the least. So I'm looking at the Angels over 4 on a team total, and then I'm looking at Seattle plus 128 is what I locked in last night. Want to look and see where lineups finalize, obviously, if y'all want to follow this bet. But yeah, I like Seattle's playing decent right now. They gutted out that 1-0 win against Houston yesterday. I think it was.
That was yesterday.
So I'd say take a look there if you want something on that game. I mean, it's never a bad idea to take it over in an Angels game because their offense is terrible, but Seattle's been playing some damn good defense and has had some decent pitching lately, and they're just playing some smash mouth ball right now. So.
Oh, nothing on this game I really like that much. We got tale of two different pitchers.
Yeah.
And offenses that have been quiet of recent.
Yeah.
So maybe I'd take the under on the team total, but I still don't love that.
Yeah. Unders are hard to mess with. They are. And it's like you always want to root for exciting stuff like hits and stuff to happen, but just
Angels offense hasn't been as good on the road.
Yeah, they do struggle really bad on the road.
Mariners have been either or, doesn't matter.
Well, Pirates, I was just looking at, I still got the lines up in front of me as we're recording, and the Pirates odds just went down and they went to minus 120 as a favorite. So I think people are looking to back Brubaker against Gant.
Oh, yeah. I could see that.
It's gone up to 59% of the money.
Wow. Who would have thought the Pittsburgh Pirates almost May?
Look at them go.
Getting all the money.
Look at them go. All right, Blake. That's all the games. I got to get my picks submitted on Tally site. I've got to get some personal wagers in. I've got a couple other things to knock out. Some baseball related things too. Favorite play of the day from you? Go.
Ooh, I guess the one I already put in the wager pass.
Fair.
Which I think we talked earlier, and I kind of went against it. Took the under 8 in the Marlins Nationals game.
Right.
Yep.
Fair. Okay. I think my favorite play of the day. I don't know. I actually got a lot that I like. I really like that Trevor Story one that we uncovered.
Oh, yeah, those prop bets. Yeah, I like both of those a lot.
But if we're going to be talking other stuff, risky stuff. So I think my favorite dog of the day is going to be my Chicago Cubbies. That's number 16. So
I'm glad you keep track of this.
I'm just throwing a random number out there every time, but I think I'm generally in that area.
You're generally, I like how much you're keeping track when nobody else cares.
Yeah.
It makes me happy.
It's a personal thing.
Hey. Yeah, I got that. I think the Orioles been my favorite dog.
Yeah.
Plus 115.
Yeah. I was trying to decide if the Royals or the Cubs were going to be my favorite dog, but something else I did today. I put together, I think, 28 different 2-team round robin parlays. So I'm gonna
put together.
Yeah, I'm gonna get down and jiggy on that, and hopefully I cash like more than half of those things because that would be phenomenal.
That would be.
I've got a lot of good stuff in there. I think that gives me some chances, some diversification on the portfolio.
Yep. Oh, there you go. That's a big word to use. There you go.
Yeah, like what, 9 letters? Diversification. Yeah.
Don't count it. I think it's over 10.
Hear me clapping my syllables. So, okay, y'all. I think it's good timing to go ahead and wrap a bow on this one because, well, we've extended our stay, I think, on this episode. We appreciate all of y'all coming in, listening in, and having a good time with us. I know we had a little more fun banter than normal, but it's Friday and we record the show and we get to do what we want. So tell us about it and the reviews and the stuff and the stars. If you want us to clean it up, have at it. Clean us up. Just constructive criticism, say exactly what you want, but be completely brutally honest. That's how we get better. So I will leave you with a parting song because I don't think I talked about music ton today, but I am listening to One Big Holiday by My Morning Jacket. Really good indie 90s band. Check them out if you like guitar loops and all that fun jazz. So, Blake, I think we got some good baseball to watch tonight.
Yeah, we do. I just wish we didn't have to wait till tonight.
Yeah, I know. It sucks. But hey, with the weather and our schedules, maybe it's all for the best and we'll be able to chill out and relax and enjoy our Friday night baseball. He's at Blake Lawatch, LAWATCH. I'm at DALE007 on Twitter. You can find the show at Hoopball Gaming. Make sure to go to hoop-ball.com, like I've talked about multiple times throughout this show and in the recorded promos. Don't forget the promo codes. Absolutely do not do that. Do not forget. You should probably go ahead and go follow all of us right now while it's fresh on your mind. And as always, I'm sending you my good vibes and all of my good energies. And we have an opportunity to make some money today. So let's do it. And let's be safe. Let's be positive. And be kind to those around you. You never know who might need some extra kindness in their day. So have at it. And let's win some wagers. Blake, we'll see you on the next one, bud.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it. I'll be here.
All right. Today in Sports Betting is out.
This has been a Hoop Ball presentation.